Hey, hey, hey. I always do this weird thing with my hands. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. How y'all doing? Bethany here from Count Your Stitches. Just getting everything taken care of. I have to get used to everything is on my left, but it looks like it's on my right to you guys. It's very strange to me because I'm like, why am I crossing over the wrong way? Hello, hello. Hi, Mom. All right, let's get everything sprinkled out so that the world can see. We love doing this. How is everyone doing this Sunday? Hi, Mom. All right, I'm just getting everything going. Make sure that you say hey when you're hopping on. Drop a comment below. Make sure you like this as well. And if you're loving it, please sprinkle it on your page. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Hi, Jen. Got lots of friends already. Sorry, I'm trying to get myself situated here and it's not working. Please hold. Sorry. 1 second, please. I lowered my chair and I feel like I'm at a good level now. Hopefully I won't have as much double chin as I have in the past videos. Oh, how are y'all doing? I'm excited about tonight's. I'm kind of seeing, I sort of planned it, sort of didn't. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. But what's up with everybody? How are y'all doing? How's everybody's weekend? Doing good, sweetheart? Aw, Kelly, we're doing well. We had a nice weekend. So, doing well. Bummed that it's Sunday night in terms of going back to work tomorrow. But awesomely excited that it's Sunday night to be crafting with you guys. So, thanks for asking, Kel. Hi, Eileen. Jen, busy. Yes, I feel like weekends are never long enough. And there's always a million things to be done. And yeah, I hear you. 100%. So tonight we are using my faves, paint sticks, right? I love using paint sticks to create surfaces, right? And a surface is what I call anything that I make a craft out of. So I love doing this. I think it's a cute rustic feel. So I'm excited to be doing this again. Oh, I'm trying to read my comments on here and I can't see them very well. I can read them on my computer. Hello, that's why we do this. Yes, Kelly, not looking forward to Mondays. But Kelly, you're home, right? You said you work from home all the time, which is awesome. I have some fun stories to tell you about that from this week. But yeah, so not looking forward to it. Yeah, Jen, aren't they fun to work with? The paint sticks, because you can put them all together and then hide the little space, or you can alternate them and make it look super rustic. I don't know. I love working with paint sticks. But for those of you just hopping on again, hello. My name is Bethany from Count Your Stitches. Make sure that you're liking and commenting. When you jump on, say hey. And if you're loving this, please sprinkle it on your page and spread the crafting love. So I already got the hot glue gun going. We're going to glue these together to make a nice surface. Kel's saying something. Yeah, Kelly. Oh, yeah, Kelly. I wasn't saying you still don't. Yeah, I'm with you. Working from home or not, Mondays are still Mondays, right? Oh, all right. So what I'm doing is I'm just evening out my paint sticks, and I put them all so a lot of them come with a ruler on them, which makes sense, which is really kind of cool. So I'm putting them all ruler up, and then I'm going to take some tongue depressors or giant popsicle sticks. I think they're called tongue depressors. And I'm just going to glue them across to make these stick together. So I pre-warmed this bad boy up so that we could get going right away. The craft tonight has a few different steps, but I am excited. Hello, Liz. How are you? All right, so I got those down, and then I'm just gonna glue as I go. So I'm just putting some paint sticks together, everybody. Hello. Welcome to our Sunday night. Hi, Amy. Hi. It's so good to see you. See you. It's so funny. I wish we could Zoom every Sunday so I could see your faces. Oh, but I went casual again tonight, guys. I did a braid in my hair, right? That's not too casual, but hi, Madam Shaw, or should I say bonjour? I went casual again. I don't know. I have a hard time putting a nice clothes on a Sunday if we don't go anywhere. If we go somewhere, that's different. But I'm just gonna, remember, cute little pro tip that we always do, right? So, I put a little bit of hot glue on the end of the new glue stick before I stick it in on the end of the old one. All right, so I'm just gluing this together. And then we will get to painting. So we're gonna stain these, and then we're gonna put a color over them. which I like doing. I haven't done it with a color, like I've done it with white, the stain then paint, but I haven't done it with a color since we did a Christmas craft with it. We did it with red. So I decided tonight, I'm like, I don't want to do just a, rustic white paint stick thing again, right? I feel like we do that a lot. I feel like we make these surfaces a lot too. So I wanted to do a different color. So I'm excited about that. And then we're going to use some burlap and some really cute, little half circle wooden bead things. I'm very excited. But anywho, so how is everybody doing? I know some people have already answered, but how was your weekend? Tell me how you spent your beautiful Saturday, because it was gorgeous. And then tell me how you spent your rainy Sunday, because I like both of those scenarios. So, all right, so we've got our this is what we're starting with tonight. Our surface. So I'm actually going to turn it this way. So this way will be up and this will be the bottom. You'll see why, because we're going to cover this and you'll see how. So we are going to start, and I just love the green. It just looks like beautiful wood. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. What am I going to do here? We got the Waverly Antique, like we always love to use. I'm going to need I don't want to unplug the hot glue gun. So I'm just going to plug my, this thing in. What's this thing? The heat gun. I'm going to plug that in on the other side of where the hot glue gun is plugged in, because I use an extension cord that comes out out of my desk. Some people use that for their computer wires, and other people use it for their extension cords for their tools for crafting, right? That's how we roll. All right, so are we ready for this, my friends? Okay, we are. Rolling up the sleeves. We're ready to get into this. So I've got my paintbrushes. I'm going to grab, Mrs. T's brush. No, I'm going to grab a chip brush. So I'm going to grab a chip brush for this, okay? And I'm going to take my antique wax and we're going to stain. I do have a paper towel here. Yay. So we're going to stain this wood first, then we'll put some paint on it, okay? So I want to hear about your weekends. I'll tell you about ours. So Saturday. Saturday comes first. Oh, Mom, I forgot my apron. That's okay. I'll be okay. I think I'll make it. We'll see. We'll see how I do this weekend. Oh, Liz, I don't know if Nicholas is watching, but hey to Nicholas, if he's watching with you. I've been thinking about that dinosaur craft. So I'm just going to take the antique wax. I'm using a chip brush so that it comes out a little bit more bristly. I like seeing the bristles. So Saturday was gorgeous. We did, I'm trying to think, what did we do? Ran some errands. I dropped off, I don't know if y'all saw the welcome, we hope you like dogs sign that we made, which I was like totally in love with. Dropped that off Saturday morning. Then we, did some stuff around the house. And then in the afternoon, when it was absolutely gorgeous out, we did yard work outside, planted some grass, but it's funny. So we got this grass seed from Lowe's, and it's called Easy Seed. So it's supposed to be nice and easy, right? Hi, Lauren. Hi, Peggy. Oh, thank you, Jen. And so I planted the Easy Seed, because because we can't do anything more complicated. And I'm reading the back of it, and it's like, you have to water it thoroughly after you plant it. And I don't know, I just don't feel like lugging the hose from the side of the house to the backyard. So I was like, it's going to rain tomorrow. That'll be enough. It can sit unwatered for a few hours until it rains tomorrow. So I'm just rubbing off the wax now, guys. To then be able to paint over this. Oh, this looks stunning, though. This stains. It's not stained, but it looks like stain. It's an illusion, guys. It's all an illusion. Hi, Auntie Kim. Whew. All right, Auntie, I was just saying how I dropped off the sign to you yesterday, the welcome sign. Whew. All right. Okay. Whoa. I'm making a mess, my friends. Ay, Dios mío. Like the cups. That's why we have a cup that says this. Ay, Dios mío. I put ice in my water tonight. I know this sounds silly, but I forget that we have you can make ice in our refrigerator, right? In the door thing. Hi, April. And I forget because I fill my water like 1,000,000 times a day. And I'm like, it's never really cold. Like I want it to be cold, cold. And so finally, thank you, Auntie. So finally I was like, let me put ice in it. Hello. I'll get back to the grass in it. Well, actually, I think the grass story's over. Yeah. So it was easy seed and I let the rain water it today. But I'm very excited to see the grass grow. You know, like watching grass grow, they say, you know, it's less interesting than anything, but I don't know. I'm excited to see our grass grow because we dug up a whole bunch of stuff. Just the people who lived here prior loved plants, and they're just not our thing. I'm not good at keeping plants. I have like a little thing of mums on our dining room table that I'm praying I don't kill. I killed a succulent. Okay, if that puts everything into perspective for you. Like those are supposed to be unkillable. I killed a succulent. With shining colors. So yeah. Anywho, happy Sunday, April. Oh, Auntie Kim, I'm glad to hear that. I'm just rinsing off my brush. All right, I'm gonna hit this with the what's this thing called? The heat gun. So we dug up a whole bunch of plants and then laid the grass seed down and added like 3-4 feet to our yard in terms of grassy area, which I'm very excited about. Oh, shucks, now I forgot where I was going after that. After the grass seed. I lose my train of thought here, guys. You're going to have to help me out. All right. All right, nice and dry. Where was I, guys? I can't even remember. Where was I going after the grass seed story? I can't even. This is my life. This is my life at 30. This is my life. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. I got it. Crushed ice. It came back. It came back. Thank you. Yeah, see, everybody else knows. Okay, you mentioned what? Yes. So crushed. So yeah, I'm just grabbing Mrs. T's brush. We're gonna brush on some blue paint here. So crushed ice. That's where we're going next. So I'm using this Apple Barrel blue cotton. I went to Walmart 2 weeks ago, I think. I don't know. I went to Walmart and because I needed more paint and I had certain colors that I needed. And then I just kind of scoured to get new colors because it's cool that you can mix paints and make your own color. But sometimes it's nice when you know what you want. Hi, Julie. Thanks for hopping on. Make sure everybody's saying hey when they hop on. I want to know where everybody's watching from. So I got this blue cotton, which I thought was a really pretty light blue. So I put ice in my water tonight because I just didn't process that I could put ice in my water. Hello. So I'm just going to do some blue paint here, this blue cotton, and I'm not going to worry about full coverage. I'm going to just do this lightly, and so we can see some of that brown through. Nick is having a rough evening transition. Oh my gosh, yes. And tell him it's going to be awesome. It might be difficult at first, but it's going to be awesome. And the school years, we only have a few weeks left, right? But good luck to him. Good luck. He'll be great. He really will. And yes, asking for him, sending him all our Count Your Stitches love, all of us. So we have crushed ice in our, I'm not worried about full coverage. And the first thing that happens is it like fully covers. So when we redid the kitchen, we got the fridge. I'm like on crushed ice with 10 minutes here. We got the fridge that could do crushed ice or cubed ice. And so it's super cool. And we were over my aunt's house once. I have a lot of aunts, if anybody's ever noticed. So we were over one of my auntie's houses, or aunties with plural houses. And they were saying how they have crushed ice in their refrigerator. And they were like, you've made it once you've got crushed ice in your refrigerator. Like that means you've made it in life when you have cubed or crushed, right? And so I looked at Bob. I'm like, we've made it. We have crushed ice. So now whenever we see anybody that has, because actually last weekend we were at one of my aunties too. I said the same thing. I'm like, oh, so you've made it too? You've got the crushed ice too? Oh, it's the little things in life. You know what I'm saying? All right. So just about done putting on some blue cotton on top of our faux stain, our antique Waverly wax from the Wally Mart. Okay, so we did not fully cover this, and I'm going to sand it too. So I'm just going to set that aside in case I need it again. I'm going to heat gun this. Hi, Bob. Jen, you can use any of those options. So I like using the antique wax now because I have it. Prior to having it, I always used paint with a baby wipe. I just find this easier because I don't need the baby wipes, right? I don't need two things. I just need the one. But yes, you can absolutely use regular stain or paint with a baby wipe. Embrace the little things. That's my favorite. Like I was saying, I can't wait for our grass to grow. I'm literally going to watch our grass grow. I'm very excited about it. All right, so that is good. You are welcome, Jen. I'm taking a 220 grit. I have my sanding blocks, but I feel like they're kind of on their last leg. You know what I need is one of those like reusable blocks that you fold the sandpaper around. I need to get one of those because this is just not as easy to do. But I'm just going to sand this so that we can see a little bit more of the brown through and even some of the wood. We're going rustic, my friends. This is me. We always go rustic, right? Oh. That should be a sign. Oh, gosh. You and Dan both. He is obsessed with his... Oh, my gosh. Do you know that I can't even remember what I was talking about? Oh. April, that's funny. Well, of course Dan's obsessed with his lawn. No. I'm not super obsessed with it. I just want it to grow because we have a lot of mud. And I just want grass. Oh, but we decorated the backyard. Or I decorated the backyard. Bob cleaned up a ton. Like, there was like 3 years worth of leaves behind our garage and on the side. And oh my God, it looks beautiful. It looks so beautiful what he cleaned up. And then I just put all like the little flowery, spinny things from the Dollar Tree all around. So it looks adorbs. He did like the hard work. I planted grass seed. I threw it, right? There was work involved. I did dig up a hosta. I dug up a hosta. I made the conscious decision to dig the hosta up. I was like, I'd rather put mulch in a bird bath. So I dug it up. I could have called to see if anybody wanted one. We've got more in the back, so we could always cut those up. So I dug up a hosta. I felt a little bad, but I did it. I'm owning it. And I put mulch down, and I'm going to get a bird bath from like Job Lot or something and make it all pretty and stuff because the front of our house needs curb appeal. So Dan says, if you need fertilizer, we have plenty. Thank you, Dan. We got the easy seed. So it comes with its own mulch. Because that's how we roll. It was on sale, so we went with it. All right, let me show you where we're at. Oh, this is cute. Oh, sorry, this way. So this is where we're at so far. I know you guys probably have no idea where we're going with this. I should probably tell you. So this is our surface, and we're going to put some burlap here. We're going to make a burlap pocket that we're going to stencil a little saying on, and it's going to be a little pocket where you can put flowers. So it'll be like a little planter, like a little mini planter. Okay, because I got this fabulous roll of burlap from the Hobby Lobby a while ago, and we've used it since, but it's so cool because it's so big, and I want to just use it for everything. So trying to think of ideas. So, okay, next up, we're going to cut the burlap out. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I want to do it this way. So, okay, I'm going to cut, do I need to cut this yet? Is it my time to cut this? Yes, okay. I had to think of the order of how I was doing these things. Hi, Sheila, how are you? So yeah, everybody, hey, if you're just hopping on, my name is Bethany from Count Your Stitches. Please make sure to comment and say hey when you're hopping on. Please like this, and if you love it, please sprinkle it on your page as well. I would really appreciate the support. I'm just going to grab my scissors. We're going to make the pocket, right? I'm ready to make the pocket? Yeah. Well, you know what? Before we make the pocket, because we do have to do something with the pocket, but before we do that, let's paint these little guys. So I got these little things in the mail from Amazon, which I'm really excited to use. I'm always excited about everything. Who we kidding? Why is this wet? Oh, I probably splashed it from the paint. So, I got these on Amazon. They're half circle beads. And I'm actually going to use them for another project. Make sure you set your notifications on. Click the little belly thing, the bell, to set your notifications for when we go live. Because I may go live this week, randomly, to make cute little, like cake stands, like mini cake stands, but they'll be more for like displaying crafts and stuff, or for anything that anybody wants them to be, who buys them. But I'm going to show you how to use these and some other like really cheap things to make kind of a really cool, like Pier 1 Imports dupe cake pan. So set that bell thing, click the bell things and set your notifications to on so that you know when we go live. So I got these are, oh, Kelly, you know, Oh, hold on. Does the bag tell me? 200. Yes, they do. 15 millimeter. I didn't know what size to get. Hi, Laura. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I didn't know quite what size to get, so I think I'd like to get, this will be good for this project and a couple others that I want to do, but I think I'd want to get a bigger one for another project I wanted. But this is a good start. And so yeah, they're a half circle. So you can kind of glue them down. You can glue them down flush, which would be nice. So we're going to use them tonight. I'm going to use 4 of them for like the corners of the pocket. So I'm going to paint them now so that those are done. You're welcome, Kelly. Yeah, have that done. Oh, and I can't wait to show you the stencil that we're going to use for this. It's going to be super cute. Okay, where's the brush I want to use, guys? Where's my brush? That's not it. Where is it? Well, this one will do. All right, so I'm going to paint these. I think I'll just paint these white. Really quickly. And then we'll get the burlap going. All right, so, yeah, so yesterday we did the yard work. We finished up. So that the yard's looking pretty. I'm excited. I can't stand yard work. So comment here. Let me know who likes yard work. Does anybody here like yard work? We know Dan loves his lawn. But does anybody else like yard work? Because power to you. I do not. But if you do, gosh, you'll comment below. Do we like yard work? Do we not like yard work? What parts of it do you like? Like, I don't mind cutting the grass. I don't mind planting grass seed. I'm trying to think, what else don't I mind? Whoops, that works. I guess we're going to flip that over. I'm trying to think of what other parts of yard work I don't mind. There's not much. I don't mind putting mulch down, I guess. I don't know. I do that every year. Mowing the lawn. Yeah, Jen. Do you know what's funny about mowing the lawn? I find it like therapeutic for again, OCD is not the right word because I don't want to be insensitive to those who actually have OCD, but my OCD tendencies. Mowing the lawn, to me, is like therapeutic because I can see my passes. And so it's very satisfying to me. Like, oh, I did that pass and now I do the next one. It like gradually gets beautifully done. I like it. What do we got? We got cutting the, how funny. So we all love cutting the grass. Raking, raking is another one that's very satisfying because you really can see like how nice and clean it is when you're done. So yeah, raking's not a bad one. I did a lot of raking a few weeks ago, cleaning up and everything. So yeah, it's just so funny. Planting a garden, but the watering and such. That's funny. Planting a garden for me is tough because I feel like I can never get a garden perfect. And that bothers me because, again, like OCD tendencies. That's like, so at my parents' house, when I used to cut the grass, my parents had a big backyard. So we used a riding lawnmower and I would cut the grass. And I didn't paint these perfectly, guys, and that's okay. Again, rustic. And actually, wait till you see what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take this is left over from when we rubbed off the other one. Sorry, I should probably complete sentences. This is the wax that's left over from when we rubbed it off of the surface. So I'm just going to really quickly rustic these up. Whoops. Don't worry, guys. The stomach caught it. Benefits. All right. I'm just going to rustic these up a little with the leftover wax that was on the paper towels. Waste not, want not, my friends. So we had a big lawn that I used to cut with a driving lawnmower, and part of it was in 2 sections, and part of it, I could never make a complete perfect circle to cut it the way it was set up. Hi, Debbie. And so I had trouble cutting it because it messed with my OCD tendencies because I couldn't make a perfect circle. It was rough. So Peggy likes planting, mulch. Oh, no, so Amy does not like mulching. Yes, for sure, love the patterns. I know, April, that's what I love about cutting the grass. Nathan just learned how to mow the grass. See? Oh, he gets paid. See, if I got paid for yard work, it'd be a different story, right? Oh, that's funny. So Nicholas and Nathan. Liz, I couldn't remember your other son's name, but now I remember Nicholas and Nathan. We were just watching, I was watching The Princess Diaries this past week. I watched 1 and 2 on Disney+. And so it makes me think of Sir Nicholas in Princess Diaries 2. That was back when I liked Christopher Pine. Now I don't like him so much. Not as much of a cup of tea. Okay, so those are done. We're going to set those aside. Over there. Over there. Okay. Now we will cut. But yeah, so I always had trouble cutting that part of the grass at my parents'. It was a struggle, guys. It was a struggle. So I'm going to make this go like halfway up. Halfway. Yeah, maybe somewhere between halfway and 3/4 of the way up. I'm going to make this go because I want a lot of it covered. I want to make sure that the flowers can sit in nicely and not droop out. We'll also kind of glue it tightly. I need scissors. Scissors are right here. Okay. So, and I'm gonna cut it so it overlaps a little so that we can glue it on the back. And I'm thinking of doing 2 layers of it. I have not decided yet. Okay. So so I'm gonna glue it. This is upside down. So I'm gonna glue it so it's like 3/4 of the way. Well, not even. Like a little, like I said, a little bit more than half. I'm gonna glue it. This would be a good time for the thimbles. Can I tell you guys, I went to look for the thimbles to use, the pink thimbles from the Dollar Tree that y'all always tell me to use, that I say that I have and then I forget them. I went to go use them or find them or whatever I'm trying to say here, and I couldn't find them. I don't know what I did with them. I don't know what I did with those. I don't know what I did with I don't know what I did with the little clippy things from the Dollar Tree. It's been rough. It's been rough, guys. All right, here we go. Ow, ow, ow. Hey, it's all for the crafting. Okay, so that's down. But yeah, so that's what we did Saturday afternoon. We did all the yard work. The finger protectors, the little thimbles. I can't find them. I have them, and I don't know where I put them. In the abyss of what is our craft office. So anywho, so we're just gonna do that. So then Saturday night, we went down to Narragansett to go out to dinner with the parentals, the faves, our Saturday night. We went to the restaurant where we had our wedding rehearsal dinner, which was phenomenals. It's called Arturo Joe's if you've ever been before or want to go. It's a wonderful restaurant. Very socially distanced and well done. So we did that, and then we got ice cream because it's really all about the ice cream, right? Once it gets to this time of year, it's really all about the ice cream. And we love going to ice cream places, the whole fam. Did I make this too tight? No, I think we'll be okay. All right, so now I'm going to cut this a little because we don't need this much excess. So we went to Brickley's ice cream in Wakefield because I love Brickley's ice cream. And a bunch of the other places were already closed by the time we wanted to go. So we went to Brickley's, which was delish. I got totally off of any diet entirely. I'm going to fold this like a present. Fold the corners in and then fold up. Maybe, yes. I don't know. I could just go up. It might be fine. It might just be fine. I got a waffle cone with a scoop of coffee Oreo and a scoop of chocolate brownie. It was like eating half-baked Ben & Jerry's. Does anybody know that? With the brownie pieces. To die for. So good. So we got that and drove home. It was very nice. Very, very nice. Nice little, different kind of treat. We very much enjoyed that. Did anybody do anything special on Saturday with the lovely weather? And then today, rainy Sunday, we did a bunch of house stuff. Oh my gosh. So we finally hung. We have grandfather clock is not the right term, I don't think, because it's not the kind that's standing up on the floor. It's the kind you hang on the wall. I don't know. We got it at an antique shop years ago for like $20. And we finally hung it up in the dining room today. And kid you not, April, yes. And that's the only place I get waffle cones is at Brickley's because they're just the bomb. I know. I know, Jennifer. It's not helping our diet either. So I kid you not. So we just hung the clock up today. And literally we put pillows and blankets and all these things all around the floor and everything in case it falls. So that it doesn't break when it falls and it doesn't ruin the floor. Oh, yes, the clock is hung, Mom. It happened. You know what we did today? Because, it was raining and so we weren't going to go out. We didn't want to go out at all. So we decided to do a bunch of things around the house that we've been needing to do that don't take a lot of time. Sometimes, does anybody else feel this way? Comment, let me know. Because I feel like the things that take the least amount of time are the ones that are the hardest to get going. Like I cleaned out the fridge. I cleaned out the pantry. I cleaned out, I made a little drawer with our waxes that I have, a little plug-in thing for the candle waxes. Organized that. Organized this tiny little cupboard that took 15 minutes to organize, but it's taken me 3 years to do it, right? Does anybody else feel that way? Like the projects that are simpler and take less time are the hardest to get going? I know, Bob, but Bob, can I tell you guys, Bob is the best. He does everything around here. Cleans, laundry, everything. He is the best. So Jen, you're the opposite. So you get the little stuff done and you can't do the big stuff. We're all about the big stuff here, apparently, right? Big stuff. No. All right. So now my question is, do I do a second layer of burlap because that's so see-through? Because I do want to do some what if I do? No, I don't want to do that. I do want to, I'm going to stencil something on this and then glue those little guys on and then we'll be good to go. Let's see. Let's see if we want to do a second layer. What do you think? I think I like it a little bit more opaque. So I'm going to go with the second layer, guys, okay? So I'm just going to quickly do it this time. Try not to be so long about it. Bob is the best. So Jen, that's interesting. Yeah, we're big into let's get these big projects done, and they take us forever. And then I was cleaning out the fridge today. Oh, thank you, Bobby Sosa. You're so sweet. What's that phrase? Home is anywhere I am with you, right? That's the truth. That is the truth. Let me get another glue stick. But yeah, so I was cleaning out the fridge today. I needed to clean out the fridge a long time ago. And I hate wasting food. But sometimes it just happens, you have every intention of making something, or you didn't know you were going to start an intermittent fasting diet and you had a whole bunch of yogurt that all of a sudden you don't like anymore either. I know, Amy, I'm sorry. We're meh, right? I don't know. Not fake, I promise, everybody. I do promise. I am very blessed to live a real life fairy tale, in my opinion. I really do believe that. Sorry that we're mushy. He's also really annoying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really annoying. We were talking about, as a joke, we were talking about, Bob's life before me, right? Life before we found each other or whatever. And so I talk a lot, obviously, because I spend an hour a week talking to myself. And Bob was like, I like to call those years the quiet years, the years before Bethany. I was like, no, no, those are the silent years compared to how much I talk. Oh, you guys are all so sweet. Oh, my little snookums. Aw, thanks, Amy. You guys are so sweet. I definitely glued this burlap on wrong. Bob, I got too distracted. Whoops, and I put too much hot glue on that. That's okay, it'll be fine. All right. We're gonna make it work, guys, right? Like we always do. We make it work. But yeah, those are Bob's silent years. Pre-Bethany. Sorry. As my father said when Bob asked, when we were getting married, when Bob asked, there's no givesies backsies. April, you're funny. All right. Yeah, this was a struggle, guys, because I made this too. I'm pulling out the burlap, guys. I'm ruining this. What's happening? It's okay. It's the back. We'll be fine. It's all good, guys. All right, and I'm just going to glue the bottom on. I'm getting hot glue all over my scissors, but it's okay. We're going to make it work. We always make it work. But yeah, so I was cleaning out the fridge and cleaning out the pantry. That was rough. I love seeing things that I've had in there that expired in 2020, the summer. Oops. You just lose track. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else loses track of the stuff that's in the... Yeah, my dad was like, no givesies backsies on me. I was like, thanks, Dad. I really, really appreciate the love and support there. Oh. But yeah, who else just loses track of what's in the fridge? I'm sorry, it just happens. It just happens. I don't like it. I don't like wasting money, but it just happens sometimes. But right now, our fridge is empty. There's almond milk, a little bit of orange juice, and Diet Coke and Diet Ginger Ale. That's what's in our fridge right now. We used up all the eggs today. So, because we do the intermittent fasting, we obviously don't really eat breakfast. We don't eat breakfast. So on the weekends, I've been liking lately to make like a brunch for lunch. That way we still eat breakfast food, but it's just later in the day. I like doing that. Aw, thanks, Mama. All right. Let's fold this up. All right, I'm just going to glue this last piece down. So this week was April vacation, as many of you know, with the kids. And I worked through April vacation, and candy. What about the candy, Mom? Mom gives us lots of candy. Oh yeah, that's what we had. That's what we ate today. We ate brunch and candy. I finally ate my chocolate bunny from Easter that Mama gave me. That was delish. Oh yeah, so I worked from home this week, because it was April vacation, so it was not a lot of people there. So I feel so bad sometimes when I work from home because Bob works from home. And I feel like he's got a routine, and then I'm there and I probably just mess it all up. And I talk and he can't get anything done, I'm sure. Okay. I like that much better. Okay. So here's the fun part, my friends. Not that this whole thing isn't fun. Oh, yes, that's right. So for people who are on an intermittent fasting keto diet, we have an entire drawer full of candy. So we have orange juice, almond milk, Diet Coke, Diet Ginger Ale, and candy. Oh, and there's some celery in there. Like literally. I need to go food shopping tomorrow. All right. So, okay. I was at Joann's the other day getting some yarn for a Baby Yoda that I was making, and they had a package of springtime stencils, and they were 50% off, and I was like, I have to grab these. And so I did, and I didn't know what I was going to make with them yet, but I found a reason today. So I'm going to use, we were talking about love, right? So I'm going to use this one here, and I'm putting it here on purpose. The one that says love grows here. I know it's backwards, sorry. Actually, hold on. I can show it to you like this, and then you can see that it's that way, right? Love grows here. That's the one we're going to use tonight. And I'm just going to stick it probably towards the bottom-ish of this. I don't know, like middle bottom. Because I'm going to put a little raffia bow at the top. I didn't think I'd be able to fit a bow on this, but I ended up making this a little bit different than I thought. So, okay. I'm going to try to center this. I think this is centered. I don't know. I'm going to center that. And then I'm going to take, I have a plate. We're going to stencil this on. We don't stencil a lot on here, a lot often, guys. But this is my second time stenciling today because I made another project. I'll have to show you. But we're going to stencil. I need black. We need some black paint. Here we go. All right. So to stencil, like I said, we don't stencil a ton here. So I'm going to kind of go through it. To stencil, I'm putting my paint on a paper plate. You can use whatever you want. You basically need something to load your stencil dabber and unload it. So you'll need something. You can't just put it like right on or anything. So I get these dabbers at Dollar Tree, wherever. I'm going to fill the dabber with paint entirely, like a little bit up the sides too. I'll show you. All right. So that's loaded. And now I'm going to take it and I'm going to unload it. And I'm just going to kind of try to take a bunch of paint off. And then I'm going to stencil. And let's see how I'm going to take a skinny paintbrush. And I'm going to use it to hold the stencil down in different places as I actually paint. And you don't want a lot of paint on here. I'm actually going to have to, I think I'm going to have to like hold it down because it's just funky because of the burlap. So here we go. Wish me luck, guys. We're going to stencil this on. And I don't care if it bleeds through to underneath because it's never going to get pulled up and no one will ever see it. And so this is a little bit different than stenciling on paper because it's burlap. So I'm putting a lot more pressure than I normally would. Just, you know, when you're using a mass stencil like this, it has lots of things. Just make sure that you don't get any paint through like the other parts of the stencil. I do that all the time by accident. So I'm really getting in here. It's a little bit different than when I would do this on a perfectly flat surface. It's not as difficult to paint. This is a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. I just hope this works. That's all I hope. I just hope it works. Okay. Let's see if it worked. Fingers crossed. Oh, it worked! Yay! This is cardboard, so I'm just gonna let this dry. But look how cute these are. Oh, here, I can do them this way so you can read them. Like, the grass is greener where you water it, time to bloom. Some of them are really funny. Like, one says, grow, damn it. I think it's hilarious. Another one says, I'm kind of a big dill. Another other one say, like, bloom where you're planted. Like, it's a really cute stencil set. I'm going to definitely make more out of it. But that's where we're at for tonight. So this is where so it says love grows here. I know it came out a little bit plumpier than I wanted, but we're going to put a raffia bow here. So, all right, I'm going to let that dry. So we've got our 4 little beads that we're going to put too. So we didn't end up using this. Whew, all right, we are almost done, my friends. So what's up? So yeah, we did a bunch of like things around the house, and then once we finished all that by like brunch, like 1 o'clock-ish, and then we made a big brunch. And then I did a craft, which I'll show you. I forgot it over there, but I'll get it. And then, and then we've been binge watching movies. Hi, Holly. Well, I'm glad you made it to the party. We're making a plant holder. It says love grows here. You can put a little plant pocket here. And I've got some flowers I'm going to throw in it for now, but I might throw something else in it later. So I'm just going to glue these little beads down as a way to just kind of finish off the corners. But so we've been binge watching movies since after lunch. We did the Men in Black series. I think I'd never seen it before. And we had them all. And so we watched them a while back. It was the first time I'd seen any of them. And I'm like, these are really funny. So when we were trying to decide what to binge watch today, that's what I picked. And so we're like almost through the third one. And there's 3. So we're going to finish that after this. But I think they're like cute and funny. I don't know. I think they're hilarious. And they're not too like dramatic in a way that I'm going to have nightmares or anything. Sometimes the drama suspenseful stuff just makes me really like, it's just too much for me sometimes. So I need a calm way to start the week. So just, Will Smith fighting aliens, I can handle that. And when we went on our honeymoon, we went to Florida, and we went to Universal and a couple of parks in Disney. And I'd never been to Universal before. And we they had a Men in Black ride. And we went on it like 3 times in a row. It was awesome. It was so cool. It reminded me of the Buzz Lightyear ride in Magic Kingdom, which is one of my faves. I think I'm like 5 years old when I go to Disney. All right, so I just glued those little beads on just to like finish it off. You know what I mean? It just kind of looks cute. And then we're also going to, I feel like I'm missing something here. Oh, we're going to make a little raffia bow. That's what I'm missing. Oh, Mom, I forgot to give you the raffia last night. I'll have to give it to you. So it's been a really nice, like, relaxing day. I mean, we did stuff around the house, but, nothing too stressful, which has been really nice. I love a good rainy day. This morning I woke up early and it was pouring, and we had the windows open. The rain wasn't coming in, don't worry. I just like laid in bed and listened to the rain and like watched some videos on my phone. Oh, it was relaxing. It was nice. It was nice to do that because that doesn't happen often, ever, really. So it was just nice. Sorry, Mom. I'll see you. right, so I'm trying to ever so gingerly pull out this raffia without making a massive mess all over the place. Because Bob vacuumed today. Because he's so good. Okay, a mess might happen. Okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to cut it. Where's my scissors at? My scissors, I put them away. I don't know why. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. That's that. I'm going to stuff the rest of it back in. I got all this raffia, big bag, and then a second bag from a yard sale last year. Someone was like, I'll pay you to take it. I'm like, sounds good to me. I think I gave him $1 for all of it. I'm like, oh God, we hit a yard sale on Saturday. They're definitely, I mean, we've seen yard sales over the past few weeks already, but it's yard sale season. Now, tell me, my friends, do you like yard sailing? Some people love it, some people don't. Tell me what you like. We love yard sailing. But what do y'all like? I always get good craft stuff. So I'm just going to fold this and then fold this one more time, and then we'll stick it here and I'll trim it up. And I'm going to tie it with a piece of raffia. So do you guys like yard sales? We love them. I get lots of craft stuff. Mom does not like yard sales. Jen loves yard sales. Last year when we were doing the kitchen, just a couple of streets over actually, there was a yard sale. And they had an old bread box. And I don't know, there was something about it that I was like, I want to repaint that. I don't know, and use it. But we don't eat bread. So we don't have, yes, my daddy loves yard sales. Only if I have a buddy and, Amy, you need to come over then. And we're all going to go yard sailing sometime. That would be super fun. So they had a bread box and we don't eat bread. So we have no need for a bread box, but I was like, I don't know, I can use this for, I don't know, for some reason I thought of like a coffee station, and that's what we did. So I got the bread box and painted it with the colors from the kitchen. And then, yeah, Amy, yes. Painted it with the colors from the kitchen. The inside of it, is the color of the walls in our kitchen. And then the outside of it is the color of our cabinets. So I thought that was kind of cool when you open it. It's like, hey, it's the wall. And then I put like our Keurig cups on the bottom. And then on the part that you lift up on the top, I put all our tea. So it's our little coffee station next to the Keurig machine. So I was super pumped about that find. Yes. So Kelly, yeah, we're on the same page. Love thrift. We love thrift shops. We love yard sales. Absolutely. That is our jam. Absolutely our jam. I'm just cutting the parts that were loop-de-looped. Actually, I think I'm going to trim this up. This is a little bit too big. So we're going to trim this up and make a massive mess because that's just what happens when you trim raffia. But yeah, I get a lot of craft stuff at yard sales. Just things that I can repaint and whatever. I just love it. Actually, so this week when I go live, again, just remember to set your notifications to on for Count Your Stitches, because I am going to probably go live again quickly this week to make a cute craft out of some stuff I got at the yard sale. So make sure you check that out. Oh yeah, Amy, you are the queen of that. Oh, that's something we did did I tell you guys that last weekend? Bob found this like amazing, we needed a hutch for the dining room. Bob found this amazing hutch on Facebook Marketplace. And we went and got that last weekend. And it, literally, guys, it perfectly matched our dining room set, which was also from, I think that was Craigslist. We have like house to Craigslist and Marketplace. That's just our thing. Except for couches and mattresses. We don't get those on Craigslist. Little cute raffia bow. I'm just going to put that right here. All right. Now I'm upset that this looks a little bit too perfect. Please hold. We're going to cut into this a little. I don't want it to look this perfect. It looks too perfect. Please hold. There we go. I'm just ruining the perfect edges. Sorry. Just too much. I don't like it. I don't like it. Too much. Too much. All right, there we go. Now it's a little bit more imperfect. That's our thing. Sorry, Bob. There's lots of stuff. Well, actually, I think I kept it mostly in here. We're good. Oh, Amy, yes, I can't wait. Jen, you're funny. All right, now we can put our more imperfect raffia bow. I'm gonna zhuzh it. You guys know me, I like to zhuzh. I actually think I'm gonna grab some yarn to put on top of this too. You will see. So I'm gonna just glue this down. I just realized that's probably gonna seep through, so I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna hold it up while I glue that down. And then I'm gonna grab some quick ribbon, and then I'll show you how you can pack this with some flowers. So though I saw an idea like this online, and I think they put vintage on it or something. I was thinking of putting the word fleur, but I had the stencil for all the gardening stuff, so I was like, that will work. So I'm just going to grab some buffalo check ribbon, because buffalo check ribbon makes everything better. And while I'm up, I'm going to get my craft that I made to show you guys. Oh my gosh. April, look at me again. Green and orange. I can't escape. Always. Every week. I don't know. Somehow it's involved. Every week. All right. So I'm just going to take some buffalo check ribbon, this thin one that I just adore. And we're going to make a little bunny ears bow, which is the kind where you make 2 bunny ears. And then wrap them around each other. I like this because it makes the tails fall a little nicer. So that's why I tend to do it that way. All right. Oh, I have nothing to sing tonight, guys. Last week we were singing. If y'all missed it, last week we were singing Maren Morris. It was fun. All right. So I'm just going to stick that on the top just to kind of cover up that little centerpiece. Give it a little something, something. All righty. I'm just going to cut some angled tails on this. Maybe not. We'll go more straight. I like more straight. All right. Whoops. There we go. Straight, not like massively messed up. All right, so we just got a cute little bow. It's gonna. All right, so just a cute little bow, and I'm just gonna glue that right on the center of this raffia, just to give it a little something extra. I would have made a big ribbon bow, but I didn't think I'd have enough room. But you know what? I kind of like the simplicity of this. Alrighty. All right. Choo, 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 choo. Almost done. We almost done. All right. So now, just holding this down. What's everybody's week look like this week? Busy week, slow week. I'm doing a second round of our crochet lesson series that I'm doing with Stonehill on Tuesday. So it's going to be a busy week if I'm going live again with you guys. Maybe Wednesday. Just keep that in the back of your head. Maybe Wednesday we'll go live. Okay? Make that little cake pan thing I was talking about. All right. Oh, this is cute. Not entirely what I thought would happen, but that never happens though. Like when does that ever happen? Ooh. All right. Let's scooch that up a little. I don't like how this loop is falling, but it is what it is. It is what it is. What do you think? A little plant holder. So now let me get some flowers so I can show you. Like I got some flowers here. Let's see. I don't have like a full set here, but you know, just so you can kind of like see my thoughts with where to go with this. You can just hold some plants in it. You know, I mean, I would obviously make this a lot cuter. I kind of like how this came out crooked, but it's just a little plant pocket. Oh, hi, Am. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, April. Yes, Amy. Crazy week, but somebody's, it's coming up. Somebody's little birthday coming up. Happy birthday to Amy this week. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so like I said, I would arrange these flowers nicer, but for now, I just wanted to throw them in. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Auntie Kim. And I like the pop of the blue, you know, so I think what I would do is probably put the shorter, not have them go so tall so that you can see some of the blue. I don't know. I might go to DT and get some colors to go with this. Although I kind of like these. These are from our wedding from a couple of years ago. They're left over. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, a little planter here. Or plant holder, I guess. I don't know. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Liz. You guys are so sweet. But yeah, so that's this. We have not too busy of a week, but so yeah, Tuesday I'm doing a crochet lesson with my college, and then Wednesday just keep an eye out. Might go live again. Will go live again to do the cake pan. So you guys can see like a DIY cake stand type of thing using these little beads. Oh my God, the back of this is such a mess. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. Thank you, Am. Oh, and then stay tuned too. So Liz, we're definitely going to do like a kids night dinosaur craft. I already have it planned in my head. So keep an eye out for that. I'll advertise for when it will be. So I'll tell, and what I plan to do with the dinosaur craft is tell you what you need ahead of time so that you could do it with me, because it's not going to be hard. So we're going to do a kids night craft. Yes, Wednesday we'll do it. Yes, right? Love it. Love the midweek. I love doing this. So I love crafting. I could craft every day. Wish I could. So yeah, we're going to do a kids craft with like a dinosaur craft. So I'll let you know about that. We're going to do, my cousin Amber and I are going to do a craft probably maybe in June together. And then for Mother's Day, guys, big news. Oh, yay. I'm so excited, Liz. For Mother's Day, Mama Count Your Stitches and I are going to do a craft live together. Not sure exactly when yet, so we'll announce it, but we're going to do a craft together. Yes, Auntie Kim, the boys would probably love it. So I'm going to plan the dinosaur craft and I will advertise for when that will be. And Amber, yep, you guys are ready. Thank you so much, Kelly. So yeah, so we've got Wednesday night coming up. Oh, hi, Senora Drobness. We've got Wednesday night coming up. We've got, for the cake tray thing, we've got a dinosaur kids craft coming up. I will announce Mother's Day craft with Mama Count Your Stitches here with me live. A craft with my cousin Amber live. You and Kelsey. Oh my gosh, Auntie Kim, that would be so much fun. I love camouflage. I know, Mom, you're going to be famous. You're coming on our show. Like it's a show. So we have so many exciting things happening all like before July. And it's already May, pretty much. Can you believe that? So anyway, just make sure that you set your notifications on so that you're always notified when we go live and that you always see our posts about everything we make and everything we're doing. And make sure that you hit that like button. Please sprinkle this on your page if you're loving it. I would really appreciate the support. And yeah, that's everything for tonight. I'll show you one more time. We have this little plant holder. And we will be back on Sunday as always. Yep, next Sunday we'll do it. A live craft. And then we'll also be here Wednesday. So I will see. What are we doing? What's happening? People are commenting. I'm loving this. You should do oh my gosh. Amber, do you know, I was thinking about that. Like we could do like a Grandparents' Day thing. How much fun would that be? Papa would be, I feel like my grandfather, if he saw this, he'd be, and like while it was here, he'd be like, who are you talking to? You know, he just wouldn't understand the concept. Yes, Amy, very exciting. So excited, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm like leaning in towards the camera. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I am super excited for the weeks to come. Again, please like, comment, and sprinkle this video. And I will see y'all next week. And love you to pieces too, Aim. And always remember to count your stitches. Bye, everybody.